George Osborne, Bullingdon Club. William Hague, hello the elites. How are the Zionist elites this morning? Thank you for giving us the illusion of democracy. Do you want the puppet on the left or the puppet on the right? Yes, you guys go slightly crazy when you compromise personal morality for political gain. Hey, how was your time on the Rothschilds' yacht? Do you like the Rothschilds more than you like normal people? George Osborne, isn't it great that you have a country of 70 million people where 7% control all the land? Are you related to the Queen, sir?
Go home, Yank.
Go home, Yank. Oh, some random racism by this gentleman here. Perhaps you'd like to vote for the BNP?
Yeah, perhaps I would, but I'm not going to.
William Hague, George Osborne. Hey, it must be difficult filleting Satan all day. Hey, power and money from the nice teeth of Satan. Sorry, I'm not even religious, but you guys are liars and murderers. Total liars and murderers.
You should talk about America.
I'm not even American, my friend. I'm Scottish, so F you.
Even worse, get out to the UK.
Perhaps you'd prefer if we joined the European Union, you little shill idiot.
About time the English people stood up.
Yeah, liars. Hello, liars. Hey, big power and money. Politics, yeah.
Well, it was about a year ago that we had Charlie Veach on with us. And back then he had started the Love Police, kind of like We Are Change or InfoWars groups. It's like British Tea Party. And they just go out to public events and show the police state and confront globalists. There he was confronting the new British Prime Minister, David Cameron, and shutting down their press conference. And it's another example of the effect you can have by just confronting these people with the truth and the facts. They've been arrested for videotaping. They've been arrested for publicly speaking. They've been locked up by security guards. They've been harassed because England has become a police state. 2 years ago, they changed the law where you can't videotape in public or they arrest you as a terrorist. But the government's going to watch you and track what you're doing. And more of the media, not just alternative media, is standing up and saying, no, we must resist these tyrants. Charlie, it's good to have you on with us from the UK today.
Hello, Alex. How are things over in the States?
Good, good. It's good to have you here. So much is going on in the world today, and we see incumbents being thrown out here in the U.S. We see rioting starting all over the world. We see the world financial market basically imploding. Tell us a little bit about yourself and going from just somebody trying to, shoot video in London being harassed to now starting the Love Police that's starting to catch on.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. As you said once in one of your speeches, I have an infinite human spirit which refuses to submit. I'm just one human being, and I hate what's happening to my country, which masquerades as a free country. So, as you say, I'm just one guy with a camera, with a megaphone that goes out there to try and expose it. And what we like to say, we like to point a camera up the rear end of evil and just show people that there's nothing to be scared of. These are pathetic and lonely and sad individuals who have no love in their hearts, who just want to control others. And not on my watch. It's just not going to happen as long as I'm around.
So when did you start the Love Police? Because you guys are really active and are gaining a lot of attention for good now on a weekly basis.
Yeah, started the Love Police almost exactly 13 months ago. It kind of happened a few days after I came on your show. There's no connection there, but I just started filming outside the American Embassy, which you saw. And I lost my job. I was working for one of the main banks in Britain called the Halifax Bank of Scotland. Bank of Scotland's a 500-year-old institution. And I lost my job in the recession. So I was on the inside. I saw myself selling investments and, investing in companies which are war companies, the big business party, and big war thing. So I just, when I lost my job, the kind of illusion shattered for me. And I realized I wasn't really living a real human life. And one thing I find, Alex, is that when you do what's right, the universe conspires to help you. And I'm still alive. I'm still going. I feel very happy doing what I'm doing, because when you do what's right, it feels automatically fun. And I have to admit, what I do with the camera and the megaphone, it's very good fun, because I can't see myself doing anything else. Like you call your channel InfoWars, and I believe we are in a war for people's consciousness. It is a war for equality. And what the elites are trying to do, the international financiers, is to dehumanize everyone to the point where we don't even think that we should be allowed to live. And I have friends my own friends, close people to me who think we should wipe each other out, who think that we need a virus to wipe us out. And this is what I'm trying to fight against. Like, the point of the love police is to lower fear and raise love. And the best way to do that is to shine a light on these puppets and show the people, the great masses, that we have nothing to be scared of them. And great evil things bring out the best in people. And that's all I do.
Well, normally you are loving when you're just out in the middle of the street or on the sidewalk in London and police come over and say you can't film, you can't talk to fellow people in England, and really illustrating just how out of control the police state is. And I remember 5 years ago in England, they started putting tracker RFID chips in the trash bins. Now that's coming to Virginia and Texas and California. I remember 5, 6 years ago, remote control thermostats in people's homes in England, where the government tracks everything you do and controls your thermostat. Now that's coming here to the United States. The police taking DNA at checkpoints started 6, 7, 8 years ago in England. Now that's coming here. So England is always 5, 6, 7 years, depending on what issue, ahead of us. England in the last 5 years has started making people take satellite tracker boxes in their cars to tax them by the mile in many cities, or using the license plates to turn regular roads into toll roads with license plate identification systems. The secret arrest of citizens, government terror. I mean, the center of one of the most wicked empires on earth being the British Empire. That model, according to Carol Quigley at Georgetown, Bill Clinton's mentor, is the British Empire model. Not so much the British Empire itself, though it is now bigger in the banking system than even New York, but the system. It's not the Irish or the Scottish or the English that are bad. It's not the American people that are bad. It's not the Mexican government, the Mexican people that are bad. It's the Mexican government that's bad. It's not the Chinese people that are bad. It's the Chinese government that's bad, because in history, governments tend to be ruthless and controlling, and there's no doubt they're working together to bring in this world tyranny against we the people. So break down the transformation in your lifetime of what the UK has turned into as a warning to the rest of the world, because you were definitely sitting in the Orwellian Airstrip 1, the model for the rest of the globe.
Yeah, we are the airstrip for America and the British cabal to launch their operations around the world. What I've seen in my lifetime is, just in the last 5, 10 years, the incredible CCTV control, the cameras all over London. Like, you can't walk around London without getting filmed by at least 300 cameras. And one thing we always try and say to the love police, if they can film us, surely we can film them. If they're going to be tracking us, we can track them. We can bother them. It works both ways. And, we are strong human beings, and we will not accept this total control. And it is a nanny state. It's people trying to tell us what to do. And I personally, Alex, I am a philosophical anarchist. I think government is totally the problem. And the world is awakening now to a point where we will not need these antiquated control system. So as your last caller said, yeah, they're going to throw everything at us now to try and control us and make us scared. You see them crisscrossing the skies with all sorts of nasty pollutants. They're putting all these horrible chemicals in our food or water, but it doesn't help them. Brzezinski is terrified of us. He knows that there is some special quantum force in the universe which will help people if you just do what's right. So what we have is just a few years to kind of try and wake everyone else up. But coming back to your question, what I've seen in the last few years is now we have private police forces. We have private employees with police powers patrolling the streets, the train stations, the airports, and they answer to a corporate boss. And as Benito Mussolini, the Italian fascist dictator, said, the corporate state is the fascist state, and it is very evident in London right now, Alex.
Well, I've got 3 articles today with census workers raping people, attacking people with attack dogs they bring to the door now as part of their petty power trip, census workers who are convicted pedophiles. The government knew the guy was a pedophile and hired him. More and more of the TSA workers are robbing people, raping women, going crazy and announcing, I'm God, I'm God. Now several of them have just had complete delusions of grandeur, believing they're God.